The following program contains graphic language, which may be offensive to some viewers.
What episode are we on? 34.
This should be 34.
34. Episode 34. 33 should be coming out today, hopefully, when we finish editing it.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Hey, Editor L here. I completely forgot that in this section we have a sponsor. I didn't do the sponsor. I didn't even remember to do the sponsor. But we are proudly sponsored by Mr. Punch and Juice Man Caribbean Drinks. It's a company started by Neil. All of his details are in the description. I've put a little sticker up somewhere here so you guys can see it. I'm super sorry that I am an idiot and I completely forgot to do our sponsored segment. But please go check out the business. Please support your local businesses. And yeah, that's it. That's Editor L out, and please enjoy the show. Delinquent Chronicles, episode 34. How are you? How is everyone? We are trying to come back on schedule. We're using our old camera again. We are trying to figure it out. We're out here in the weeds. Just story of Delinquent Chronicles, just pissing in the wind. I'm L.
I'm Neil.
I'm Joe.
And this is us. We're just here shooting the shit with you again. You know, we're always taking a bit of a hiatus because we live life and it is what it is. But I still we intend to getting these out on time. Yeah, it just is what it is. Welcome to the shit show. And yeah, thanks for joining us. I'm happy to have my co-hosts here today. And I wanted to start off today with a game.
Okay.
I intentionally didn't mention this game on purpose because I wanted to talk about it afterwards. I want to play a game, Joe. If you're interested, if you want to join us,
play a game.
Yeah, I gotta put that clip in now.
Yeah.
I want to play a game.
Yeah, I want to play a game.
Yeah.
The game is called Monkey Paw. What?
Okay.
I have my own memory.
Okay, hold on.
No. 'Cause I'm laughing because obviously you said monkey paw, and I know what the monkey paw is.
Okay, explain to the audience and Joe what Monkey Paw is.
Well, monkey paw, if I remember correctly, monkey paw is like if you have a monkey's paw, you can make however many wishes. So like 4 wishes,
Depending on the fingers.
like five wishes. How many fingers they got? It's that number of wishes. You can wish for something and you'll get it, but you'll get the absolute shittest, worst version of that thing. So it'd be like, if you wish that you got to sleep with your Hollywood crush, you could, but like she's
Something else is gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I want to play Monkey Paw with you boys, which is basically, Joe, you get to make a wish, okay? Neil, you get to make a wish.
Yes.
And then I'm gonna figure out, well, the other people will figure out how that wish goes wrong.
Right.
So
How do you figure that out then?
you'll see. Go ahead, just make a wish.
I wish that everyone on the planet was dead.
Why are you gay?
You make it, yeah. So I mean, so that's.
Well, that would be easy.
That's
Because that would be like, oh, you wish everyone.
You're kind of going down the wrong road here. Most people.
I want to break
Jesus,
the game.
Joe.
But no, you know what? It wouldn't break the
Why
game.
would you break the
be like,
game? Because you're fucking over. The whole point is when
No.
people get a wish. Hold on. I need to fucking address this shit for a second. You morbid motherfucker. Okay. When somebody makes a wish, it's usually in benefit of themselves. Okay. Right. So just take a second, right? Put the dark side. You just went a bit dark side on us. So take a second. Put that dark side away.
Even Thanos is like, shit.
Yeah,
this
like,
guy.
are you okay? Do you need professional help? Should we call a doctor?
I've had some.
Is everything okay at home? Like, what the fuck? So I'm just saying, just take a second, think
Right.
about that again, and we'll try one more time. I'm gonna switch to Neil whilst you don't be a psychopath. Cool.
Well, I mean, before I think of whatever my
Fucking
wish is,
hell,
right?
dude.
I'll tell you like
Jesus
this, right?
Christ.
Your wish, the backfire of your wish is if you wish everyone on the earth was dead, everyone would be a zombie. They would all come back as a zombie, and then you would have to try and fight a planet of zombies. That would be that's your monkey paw of a thing. And
Good world, man. It's a good world.
You think it's a good world, but you gotta imagine the smell.
Oh, yeah.
You're not
You
thinking of the
gotta
smell. You're not thinking of the smell.
Think of the smell. You haven't thought of the smell, you bitch!
Smell, the taste, the world you live in. Because if you want to survive that, it's not gonna listen. It's not gonna be. You're not gonna be Will Smith in I Am Legend,
I was just thinking about that.
You're not gonna be there in your nice brownstone cooking breakfast, jogging with the dog, right?
Trying to do pull-ups because
it's gonna be gross, right?
Okay, alright.
So my wish. See now because I know what I'm.
yeah, just make a wish. Just make a wish, and let's see if we can fuck it up.
Okay. I wish I wish I had superpowers.
You wish you had superpowers. Yes. Which superpower?
I wish I had Homelander's superpowers.
No. Yeah, you gotta pick. The caveat is you gotta pick a superpower, not Superman's superpowers. That's gay. That's content.
All right. I pick. Then I wish I had telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
Yeah.
Okay, so telekinesis is the one where you can read.
To move things with your mind. Move things with your mind.
Move things with your mind.
Yes.
Okay. So anytime you try to move something, it moved really fast.
Okay.
It would move at super speed.
Yeah.
So whenever you were like, "Oh, I want that glass of water, but I can't be but fucked to get up,"
yeah,
it would go boom like that towards you.
I'd never have full control of it.
You will never have full control of your telepathy.
Okay.
So
telekinesis.
Sorry, telekinesis.
You said telepathy.
Telepathy is the one where you read someone's mind, right? Okay, yeah. So you don't want that one either, because if you
I do. Listen, even without the monkey paw, I wouldn't want telepathy.
Yeah, but no. Just here's the thing: the problem with telepathy is like no one has coherent inline thoughts.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
When you're thinking about something, like when I'm thinking, maybe I'm just retarded. I don't know, but when I'm thinking about something, I'm like, oh, I really want to go do this. Fuck, I forgot to do this other thing I got to do. Oh yeah, I wonder what this chick's toes look like. Maybe I should watch some porn later on.
It's like
it's
like a pinball.
Yeah.
Just bounces off
yes,
ideas.
That's how most
ding,
people
ding,
think.
Ding, 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 ding. Right? Yeah. But
do you have an internal monologue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't. You know.
Yeah, I know.
I don't understand if people don't. Maybe it's because we watch like as many films and things as we do. But I do have an internal monologue, and I sometimes I do things and I can hear the disapproval of my internal monologue as I do something, and I was like,
you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. That's like my everyday.
But also, it's like when something happens and you agree with your internal monologue when someone else does something, and you're like,
yeah, they're a fucking idiot.
And you're like,
sometimes I go, this fucking guy, and then my internal monologue goes, I told you.
Join the school debating society. Obviously, you'll have to start one first.
Oh, my mistake. He's a wanker.
Yeah, you were right, dude. Okay, your wish.
Okay, my wish is
just don't overthink it. Just make a cool
every
wish.
time I walk past someone, they come.
They come.
Man or woman or animal.
That is
I could fuck that one.
gross.
I could fuck. That is disgusting.
Disgusting.
Because please.
What?
The
You want me to break
the monkey
it?
paw's gone down.
Okay. So anytime you walk past somebody, they orgasm.
Yeah.
Okay. So then they're just going to be snail trails and cum everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
No one's going to clean it up, and then the whole world is just going to be a slip and slide of juices.
Fantastic. It'll be a better world than the one we're in.
Oh wow! No, it won't. Because you know what? You forget, and I was like, you know what it would be? It would be a moment. Remember, you said every time you walk past someone, I don't think you grasp like. All right, so
hold on. Are we talking anyone?
Anyone? All right, cool. That's fine.
Dude,
but what
you know
happens
is when what if it's a relative, like a close relative?
Close relative.
Yeah, or a child.
No, yeah, because you know what?
Oh, you're
gross.
a fucking pedophile.
No,
well,
no. Here's what he's not thinking about, right? He's not thinking about this. You get on a plane. You enter a plane at the front of the plane. You walk past the pilots, the air stewardesses, every single passenger until you get to like wherever your seat is. You sit down. 9-hour flight.
Oh.
You get up to go toilet. And I was like, you get up to go toilet.
Plane crash.
Like 2 hours in, right? You got 7 hours.
Here's the problem with his wish.
Nut.
Hold on.
Juice,
here's the problem with your wish,
sniffing.
and this is why you've you've not ruined the game, but because you know what it is, right?
Yeah.
You've intentionally picked a wish that is horrible, right?
Yeah.
Because
you don't think it can get more horrible.
That wish is not for your benefit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So the point of the game
It has to be for
So,
one.
like,
for you,
like
yeah,
a
you
better-
pick a
a
wish
better
like,
wish
I
would be
wish
like-
I could do this,
Yeah.
right? Like I wish I could fly, so then you would then, but like, Joe, you're just ruining the game.
No, because you know what? It was like okay, say like
Because
this.
it's not the point of the game. The
We'll
point
look
of the
at-
game is
you know-
you pick a wish for yourself.
Yeah.
We
Alright,
try
okay.
to ruin
Well,
it.
alright,
What you did
okay.
was you picked a wish
That
so
ruins everything.
That
for
ruins
everyone.
everything for everybody. Why would you do that? Why couldn't you just follow the rules, Joe?
Because you know what? It's like taking that wish. I was like, all right. So let's say like if I took your wish, it would be like I wish that I could make any woman I want orgasm just by like looking at them. Then, like he said, worst case scenario, what happens if it happens to a family member
Or a female child.
or a female child, and you're like, you know, it's like somebody's like, oh, come meet my daughter, and immediately you're like, blind. I'm blind. Right? And you're like, oh, look at them, look how cute they are, and you're like, I take your word for it. I take your word for it.
And then it gets worse because like let's say you had to go to like a meeting and that meeting is a woman and now she's coming all the time while you're looking, so you can't look at her.
Yeah.
Or you can't be around her, but then you're not going to get the job. Do you see what I mean? Like,
It's a great premise for a film.
yeah, I mean, there's a film about it called Orgasmo.
Yeah, there is, isn't there?
Yeah, but
It was
see,
made
it's
by the
things
guys who
Trey
made South
Parker.
Park.
Right. See,
let's
I
say.
would like the horrible thing would be like if I could wish for a dark power. So okay, I wish that I could make anyone have like explosive diarrhea, right? But I can control it, and I'd be like you, and then bam, they have explosive diarrhea.
Yeah.
And then it'll be something like I miscalculate firing, and then give someone who I don't want to have.
Yeah, it's like a shotgun shot.
Yeah, it's like a shotgun.
Yeah, it's not
instead,
precise.
it doesn't hit one person. It hits a group of people standing
Oh,
there,
right, okay.
including people I would never want it to happen to. And then it's like, oh, fuck, it's too late.
So Joe,
Yeah.
third time's a charm. You want to go again?
Yeah, sure.
Roll the dice?
Yeah.
Alright,
sure.
Try again without trying to be a dick and ruin the game. What would you wish for in your life? If you're like, hey, to make my life better, I wish for this, right? And look, listen, all of our lives are pretty much a shit show, so it's not hard. You could roll the dice and hit something you want in your
If I
life.
could wish for something, I know what I would wish for, and I know what it would. If with no monkey paw, I know the benefit of that would come from it.
I wish that Aiko Tensei would die.
Who?
Aiko Tensei.
Who the fuck is that?
Some guy in Japan.
What? I wish all the Johns in the world would die. All the John Smiths. Some random guy in Japan.
No, I'll do a real wish.
Okay.
Okay. Because I could ruin that one.
Yeah, I know you could, but my real wish is that everyone that has a desire to eat could eat.
All right.
Now they eat too much, and everyone gets fat, and everyone gets diabetes and dies.
See, that's the monkey
The Japanese guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he dies, but he's on a plane and it crashes into your house.
Donnie Darko style.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, see, that's the monkey paw is horrible.
Yeah, because the monkey paw is you make a wish, but
Yeah,
it's,
but it
it's
has a
Faustian. There's always another side to it that's
Yeah.
gonna ruin it.
There's a-
See, mine is teleportation. I wish I could teleport anywhere, but I already know how to ruin that one because, like, yeah, you can do that, but you can only teleport 12 foot. That's just so it's not helpful.
That would be fucking annoying.
Annoying. You can either teleport 12 foot or you teleport 12 miles. There's no in between.
You can't teleport like I need to be 5 feet in front of me.
Oh, you could make that useful somehow.
No.
No, because you know what it would be? It'd be like, oh, like this person's pissed me off and they're 6 feet in front of me, right? And I want to teleport right into their face. You'd have to back walk like 11 extra steps.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And let's say I
5,
teleport,
not
but I can only teleport 12 feet. I'm gonna teleport in what direction? Because if I teleport 12 feet directly out there, I'm gonna
That's a long
fall.
way
I'm gonna
down.
fall another 24 feet to the ground. So,
Or how
Yeah.
about this? Teleport into the person that you don't like. Just destroy them.
Yeah, but if you
Yeah,
can
but
only-
then you have to do the cleanup. You're thinking of the smell, Joe.
Think of the smell. You haven't thought of the smell, you bitch!
Yeah. Oh, he could use the 12-mile rule for that. Okay, well, now I've killed them all 12 miles away.
Yeah, but 12 miles into where? In what
Think
direction?
12 you can
You could teleport 12 miles into a
body
reservoir.
of water.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's an interesting film as well. If you could only, you'd have to calculate everywhere you go. So, okay, if I'm
Too
here,
much work.
Yeah, there's too much
That's
work.
why. But I've always thought. Anyway, that was monkey paw. Thanks,
Yeah.
Joe, for that. Yeah, because most people just make wishes to benefit themselves. You're like a fucking supervillain. You're making wishes to kill everyone. You're like,
You know what?
oh, I
You're
just
like-
want everyone
you're
to
like-
die.
You're like, what would happen if the Joker had Thanos' powers?
Yeah, some men just want to see the world burn.
Some men just want to watch the world burn.
And that's you, Joe.
Look, man. Do you know?
I'm on the edge of my seat for this explanation. Go ahead.
I just hate the world.
Cool. So I don't know what to say to that. What the
enough.
fuck do you say to that when somebody says, "I just hate the world"? You're like, "Yeah, man. Do you want a fucking bagel or something? I don't know. Can I get you a coffee?"
I would love to be taken out of it.
Okay. That's a good wish. You want to get taken out of the
Yeah,
world.
I would love to be
Yeah,
taken
and then
out.
you go to Mars
Aliens.
on your own.
Yeah.
Oh no, it'd be like, oh,
No,
you
that's
need to-
the monkey paw, right?
Yeah.
You go to Mars on your own.
Yeah, I could so do that.
You wouldn't. You'd be dead.
Baking potatoes and your own shit.
Sure, I'll be dead, but at least I won't be here. That's the main thing.
I mean, I don't know where to go from that. That's pretty fucking morbid. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, did you guys hear about the French dude
Yes,
that got?
I did. The fucking streamer.
What
Yeah.
French streamer?
Oh no.
Is this what you were telling me in the car?
This
Right.
is
Okay. Yeah. Cool. So
fucked.
he said this to me.
Right.
Educate me. I don't know what's going on.
Right. Okay. So there's this French streamer. He was really really good at being a streamer, like playing video games. And he was on, I think it was on Kick.
Kick, yeah, it was Kick.
And he's French, but he was in like a streamer house with like a bunch of other dudes. And he had like learning difficulties. And
Like
it's-
how? Like or
No, he was just a little slower than they were on the uptake. So
Got
like, I don't know, maybe it was autism or something, but he was on the spectrum.
he was
basically.
Rain Manning it. Okay.
Right. And what they did was they basically decided to do like I don't know how many days it was, but like a month-long stream maybe, where they basically would torture him in various ways, like pull pranks on him, but they would torture him to see how long he could take it and how long he could survive it. And he died.
How did he die?
He died. Basically, they injured him so much so that he went to sleep and just didn't wake up. He just died in his sleep. But they did things where they were like they were choking him out.
Choke him on screen.
Yeah, they would choke him on screen. They would hit him on screen. They gave him drugs. Like they would tell him, oh, like take this pill, and he's like, what is it? And they're like, oh, don't worry about what it is, just take it. And they just tortured him until he died. Thing was, before they started doing it, or I think it's either before they started or just after they'd started, they were doing a live stream and they were like talking, and they were talking about him whilst he's there, and they were like, oh, like what if he dies, right? And they were like, oh no, you know what, just like, well, if we get him to say this, then we're like absolved of like responsibility. And they tried to get him to say it, and he was like no, I'm not saying that. Like, why would I say that? And they were trying to convince him and coerce him into saying this, basically absolving them of responsibility for his death if he dies. And they didn't do that. And there were text messages between the guy and his mum where he told his mum, like, you know what, they won't let me leave. This is like, I really want to go. I'm done with this shit now. And his mum's like, just leave. And they took his phone and they read it. They read these messages out loud on stream, right? And then they were like laughing about it. These guys were absolute fucking pricks.
That's probably the evilest thing I've ever.
Yeah. And do you know what
seen.
the worst thing was? I found out recently they went to his funeral.
Oh yeah, and they posed with his mum.
I have no idea if they posted. I haven't watched anything about it. I just saw
I
a
didn't
thing.
hear nothing
I
about
just
this.
saw a thing where they said that they went to his
It
funeral.
happened a week ago.
It happened, yeah, like the funeral was a week ago.
Yeah.
Fucking hell,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
If I'm that kid's parents,
No, he wasn't a kid.
whatever.
He was our
my
age.
It was my age.
If I'm
literally
that
my
guy's
age.
parents, I'm killing somebody.
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna kill you. Like, remember, did I ever show you that video of that fucking guy who punched the toddler?
What?
Yeah,
No?
I think you did.
He was like some fucking immigrant.
Yeah. No, it was like his
They're like a
daughter
group
was.
of
His
immigrants,
daughter was it? The daughter was. His son was getting bullied by a girl.
No,
and
not that one. They're in a park. They're just like, this family's in the park,
Yeah.
and this guy's with his wife and a child,
Yeah.
and then some fucking piece of shit immigrant like punches his kid in the face,
No.
and then like he grabs his kid and lifts him up and tries to protect his kid. Yeah.
No, I have not seen that at all.
Oh yeah, dude. I shared it on my on like, I think on my IG, but I was like, yo, I'm gonna tell you now. If that was me, right, I'm picking up my kid, protecting him. I'm gonna put him to, like, give him to Bloomers.
Yep.
And I'm gonna jump on that guy, and I swear to God, I don't know what would happen, but I know
into his life.
No.
No.
I'm gonna open his chest and eat his heart. Like, I'm gonna, with my bare hands, I'm gonna physically hold him down, and like a bear would eat somebody alive, I'm gonna push like fucking like the dude from Temple of Doom, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking rip into his chest. And I'm gonna push my fucking fingers into his rib cage until I rip his out, and I'm gonna fucking take his heart out. And because that's my kid, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Look,
and I would absolutely, and here's the thing, yeah, I would plead not guilty to that, and I'll tell you why. Because I thought about it when I saw that video. I was like, how would I get away with doing that? Yeah, the only way to get away with doing that is to be judged by a jury of your peers.
Oh, okay.
The only way.
As long as the jury are all parents, you get off.
Yeah, it's the only way you're getting off. Because it's like, did you see? There's a video of that guy who like killed some man. It's like an old like 80s video, 90s, and it's like some dude had like raped some man's little boy, and he was being taken away in the airport by the police, and the dad of the kid knew that was happening, so he was waiting by these payphones, pretending to be like on the phone. And then as the guy came past, there was a fucking film crew videoing it, right? Videoing the guy who was being taken away, like, past these phones. And they didn't know that the dad was standing there. And he fucking, as he timed it perfectly, as he turned around and passed him, fucking pulled a gun out in front of the cops who were holding him handcuffed and shot him in the head. Ooh. That guy stood in front of a judge, and he got the harshest punishment: 300 hours community service. Because that man raped his boy, and he was like, fuck, and the judge gave him the harshest penalty possible: 300 hours community service.
Look, man,
and let him go.
At that point, I wouldn't care what happens to me.
Yeah.
If I was the judge, I know exactly what I'd say. I'd be like, look, I understand, the trauma and the damage and the hurt that has happened to your family. You cannot take the law into your own hands.
Yes,
I
can.
am forced to give you the harshest possible punishment, and that will be 300 hours community service
And a £250 fine.
and a $250 fine. Oh, by the way, your community service will be backdated for however long you've been in custody.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Because it's like, dude, it's like I'm saying, if I was that kid's parents who did that to my son, whatever, obviously he's a grown man, but as a parent,
it's still someone's kid.
As a parent, my kid is always going to be my kid. Yeah. He could be a 50-year-old man, still my kid.
Still your kid, yeah.
So if you did that, like, I'm going to kill you. There's no posing. I'm going to play the long game. Oh, yeah, cool, no, I understand. And then I'm going to come to your house and I'm going to kill you and everyone you love.
You know what
I'm going to just fuck it.
Yeah. You know what? The best thing I'd ever seen regarding, like, dealing with, like, somebody doing some shit was, I think it's True Detective season 2.
Is that the one with
Colin Farrell?
Right?
Yeah, I love that scene.
His kid is getting bullied.
Yeah, that's the one with Tyler Kitsch as well, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But the kid's getting bullied. And then he goes to the bully's house.
Yeah, I remember that.
Beats the shit out of the dad. And then when he's done, he was like, now you know what it feels like.
Yeah. No, but what he says to the kid, he goes,
Where he was like,
if I have to come back here, I'm gonna skull fuck your father on top of your mother's dead corpse.
Yeah.
Some shit like that, dude.
No, he said it's like, I'm gonna skull fuck your mother on top of your father's headless corpse.
Something like that. Yeah,
You'll find the clip.
Yeah. And
yeah. I'll put the clip in now. We'll find it.
Stop. How about that got you off, kid? Seeing people in pain. If you ever bully or hurt anybody again, I'll come back and butt fuck your father with your mom's headless corpse on this goddamn lawn. 12 years old, my ass. Fuck you.
Be that.
And I was just like, yeah.
I mean, I kind of get it.
Because I look at it, I think of it like I don't have kids, but I have a niece and I have a nephew who I love dearly. And I remember my nephew was getting bullied, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I gave him permission to handle business the way business needed to be handled, and he rocked the shit out of his bully to the point that it was more than one. It was about 4 of these kids who were bullying him. He rocked the shit out of one of them, and all of them left him alone for the rest of the time. And I was just like, that's how it goes. The grandfather of the bully, like, confronted my sister at the school gates and was like giving lip and giving mouth. And my sister, I was like, for those who don't know, my sister was the first trainer of violence I ever had. Right?
It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear. And it absolutely will not stop. Ever. Until you are dead.
So you're thinking my sister's a walkover because she's a woman? Nah. So she was just looking at this old man and she was just like, yeah, if you say so. Because he was giving her lip and he was like, you do this and I'm going to get my son to come and I'm going to get someone else. I'm going to get someone else.
Yeah.
And I know what my sister said. She was just like, you get whoever you need. It's not going to go the way you think.
You just got fucked up with him. Both y'all niggas gonna get clapped up when I get back. Both of y'all niggas.
What did I do?
It don't fucking matter. Yeah. Well, aim high, Willis. Aim high.
Send your champion.
Yeah, send your champion. It's not going the way you think, because you'll be sending Arlene and she'll be sending Goro. And it's gonna go differently. Right? I will lift the lifeless carcass up for my mum, who will be Shang Tsung, to be like, your soul is mine. Draw him into her eye and be like, now you know now you know what's gonna happen every time you fucking touch a member of this family. Yeah. There's always someone who can come get you.
Some fucking people, man. I don't know. Like, what spurred this kid to agree to those terms anyway? Like, I don't understand. What did he go like? Yeah, okay, I'll do this. Like,
because
was it just money or?
Yeah, no? So it was for stream. So obviously he's a streamer,
but it's for money,
he's
right?
Our age. But the problem is, like I said, he was on the spectrum or something. He had some kind of learning difficulty, so he didn't fully comprehend.
They took advantage of that he was.
They took advantage of the fact he was kind of slow.
So what's the blowback? So what happened now?
Well, right now, the French government they're investigating the whole thing.
Yeah, I think they're going to come down because these guys they didn't give a shit. They didn't give a shit.
Hours of streams. They were streaming for days.
Bruv, you just said my fucking name.
Fuck me. Sorry.
That was at 26:33.
It's
all right.
That was my fuck up. Yeah, but bro, they did not know. I know you're shaking your head. Look, it took 33 episodes for me to fuck up.
It's smart. It's smart. 20. You got it.
But,
I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm just listening.
Yeah,
you guys can't see my face. You guys can't see my face.
What makes it so
But
disconcerting?
we just know it was. I just know that under that part.
I just went. Yeah, cool. And then I'm moving on with my life.
Seem a little
What? Fine?
Because I am. Huh? Aren't you? Aren't you? Who else is fine?
Yeah. Listening. You were still talking. I was like, okay, just get to it.
Okay.
It's fine. Don't
But
worry.
it is, dude, it is honestly like they took advantage of him. He didn't realize, and they have hours and hours and hours, days of streams where they beat him up, they punched and kicked him, they choked him out, they tried to make him force take drugs, they like fed him like inedible shit. They did a whole bunch
they were
of stuff
beating him
to
on the ground at one point. They were kicking him and punching him on the ground.
and it was to see if he could take it, to see how long he could survive.
So he just so finally killed him was drugs.
No, like we don't know. I think it was just the extent of his injuries.
He went to sleep and he didn't wake up.
And he just didn't wake up.
There's a streamer who did something like that as well.
Yeah.
Another streamer. I'll tell you afterwards. But
Yeah, because the wake up thing, there's a video of them realizing he's dead, and the video is them. They're basically, one of them is awake and they're slapping him in the face, and they're like, "What, dude, wake up!" Right? And he's just unresponsive. And then the rest of them who can hear this wake up, and they turn over and they look, and they're like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "He's not waking up." And then the realization hits, he's dead.
That's fucking sad, man. There's another streamer who got really fucked for this. I want to say he's a Russian streamer. He lived with his girlfriend, and I remember seeing this video. I didn't see the video, but I saw somebody talking about it. So he lived with his girlfriend, and then chat. So his girlfriend like had annoyed him, and the chat was like, he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck around with her a little bit." So he like poured some water on her. And then she got really upset with him, so he put her on the balcony and then locked the balcony door. But it's in Russia, where it's the winter and it's fucking cold. And so she's banging on the glass, like telling him to come back in. He's laughing, and then she dies. She dies from hypothermia. Like she freezes to death outside because he had wet her as well.
Oh no!
And then on stream, he's like trying to save her life. He pulls her in, trying to save her life, and then like,
oh my god, oh my god,
you know
fucked,
what?
dude.
That
Just for joke, innit? Just for
Yeah.
the stream, just like this
Just
kid.
for
This fucking. I keep saying kid because I'm like, no adult would really allow themselves to be put in that situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It happens.
Fully functioning adult should allow themselves, but he.
But
wasn't
men,
fully
it happens to a lot of men too. You know,
Yeah.
like men are in like abusive relationships and stuff, and you know, like, and women hit them.
Yeah.
You know, and they're like, oh no, it's fine, and it's happened where women have ended up killing their partners because of that shit. You know.
Yeah. I see one thing, right? Speaking of horrible shit in streams, I'm sure you've probably seen this.
Maybe.
Raja Jackson.
Oh, dude. Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. So, you know who Raja Jackson is? Okay, do you know who Rampage Jackson is?
Randy Jackson.
Rampage
Jackson.
I mean,
Randy.
Hey, do you want to hear a quick joke?
Go on.
Why can't Michael Jackson go near a school?
I don't know.
Because he's dead. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Crude but effective.
Yeah.
Anyway, so not Randy Jackson. Randy Jackson is one of the Jackson 5, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I said the Michael Jackson joke.
Rampage Jackson.
Rampage Jackson is he's a former UFC, I want to say light middleweight champion.
Yeah, you seen the film The A-Team?
Yes.
BA.
Oh, okay.
That's Rampage Jackson, right?
Okay.
So,
I didn't know he did MMA. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
that's why his
he's
name
known
is
for.
Rampage, right?
He fought
His real name
in
is
Japan.
Quentin.
He fought in Pride. He fought in K1. He's a fucking bad motherfucker, dude.
Right. Okay.
I think he's former lightweight champion. Yeah.
So his son, who is now like 25 years old, is also training to be like in the MMA fighter and all that. So he went to a wrestling event, and it wasn't like WWE.
Hold on a minute. Don't bury the lead on this, yeah.
Right.
But tell it how it happened first.
Right. Okay.
As in, like, so
he
what
was
got shown first,
so
and what people made
he
an
was
agreement with.
invited by one of the wrestlers.
Oh, I did
to
see this.
event. Yeah, you see.
That's the guy that got knocked. He punched him.
Yeah.
Oh,
So do you know the story behind that?
Do you know the story behind it?
Allow Neil to tell it.
Yeah, go.
So the story behind it is that Raja had been invited by one of the talent to just come to the show, right? And it was that they were there to discuss business and
It's a professional wrestling show.
It's a professional wrestling event. It's just not major league wrestling, right? So he goes to this event, and he's taken backstage, and he's being introduced to all of the talent who are going to be performing at the show, who are running the show, And one of the guys there his name was Psycho Steve. Now, Psycho Steve is a veteran of the US military, has PTSD. So, in no disrespect to anyone in that position, he's not all there. Now, he sees, because Raja is live streaming. So Raja has he's got a cameraman with him filming everything. Raja's there. So, the Psycho Steve sees the camera, sees everybody talking, sees it. Okay, so just Raja guy. And apparently, he's under the impression that this is a work. For those who don't know, a work means it's wrestling talk for, it's a skit. So he sees Raja Jackson and they're talking. He picks up a semi-full beer can.
Wasn't it a prop can?
No, so they say it's a prop can. But the thing is, if you watch enough wrestling, you know about these things, right?
Props are kind of real objects.
Props are real objects. They've just had things happen to them to make them far less dangerous. So it's a real beer can, and it's still a real beer can, but someone's been drinking out of this. This is not like they just cracked it open, emptied it, and then was like, okay, now it's ready to be dealt with in whatever way. So it still has beer in it. He takes the beer can, he slams it in Raja's head. Unbeknownst to him and anyone else there at the time, Raja is recovering from a concussion, right? Because he got kicked in the head during like a practice session a couple of days earlier. So Raja obviously gets annoyed. He gets fucking annoyed. And he's like, the guy, like, once it's explained to the Psycho Stu, he's not here.
No,
he's
don't
not
say
talent.
this bit yet, because that's not how it went down.
Well, yeah.
That never got shown until later.
No. But once I watched this in the one long stream. So once it's explained to him there and then in this moment, he's not a fucking talent. He's not a worker. He's not here for wrestling. And it was like, oh shit, sorry mate. And he's trying to like shake his hand and apologize. Yeah. Raja, understandably, is like, nah, I'm not getting past this. You just slammed a fucking beer can in my head, right? For no reason, right? Misunderstandings aside, you've done that. That's what you've done. So that's that. They move them away. One of the guys who's there is like, oh, look, you know what? This is fucked up, but we're going to sort this out. We're going to smooth this over. How about you go into his match, you interrupt his match, and you get what it's called is you give him a receipt. Now
get your get back.
You get your get back. Now a receipt is very simple. Somebody stiffs you, you stiff them, right? And stiff means you hit them with a real hit, a real punch, a real kick, whatever. The best receipt I've ever seen was Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman is going a bit too, gun ho. Brock gives him one good right hook, just hit him in the face. And then he just says to him, slow the fuck down. Right? And I watched it live and I was like, yeah. Right? Does that. That's the best receipt I've ever seen. But they tell Raja that's what you're going to do. So he's like, okay. The guy who brought Raja in is like, yeah, look, just give him a receipt. You clock his ass. And that's it. So that's what's planned. The video's cut to Raja now sitting at ringside waiting for everything to unfold. Raja's sitting there and he's there with his phone and he's like reading all the comments of all the shit that he's being told. And he gets a phone call. We find out later that the phone call's from his dad, and his dad is like, oh, you hugging on some guy in fucking booty shorts, right? The dad's like cussing the shit out of him, right? But everybody is just hyping him up and just gassing him up to just react. Goes in the ring.
Oh, on his stream.
Yeah, on his stream. Yeah. He goes into the ring, he grabs him, lifts him up, slams him down.
Saw that.
Once he slams him down, Psycho Stu is unconscious. He's out cold. And then Raja, who is trained by arguably one of the best fighters to ever do MMA, is just clobbering the shit out of this guy. And then at one point, someone who apparently is not involved sees this, runs into the ring, pushes him off, and tries to like break this up and end this. And then everybody falls into the ring and tries to do the same thing. And it's just like Raja Jackson has just literally ruined this guy's entire existence live on camera. and it's a fucked situation, but I've been trying to follow the situation as much as I could, and the more details that come out, the worse the situation looks for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Raja is he is the epicenter of all of this shit, because he's the one who went in the ring, he's the one who did the slam, he's the one who bodied this guy. But all these other contributing factors, I'm not taking away that he did it and he should be punished because he did it, but everything that happened, I'm like, there's a lot of people who need to, if he's going to jail, there's a lot of people who need to go jail with him, and it's just horrible.
Yeah, it's a pretty, I mean, the guy's awake now, but it's a pretty fucked up thing, because you see them actually talk about it and agree. Like, later on, another video came out afterwards, which is why I was like, don't bury that, don't release that yet, because I want you to tell the story in the order of things that came
order
out.
of events that we knew.
But there was another video that came out afterwards where him and this Psycho Steve guy actually had a conversation and agreed that he would come into the ring, and Raja was all like, all right, cool, man, see you there. And then obviously because he's only a kid, technically, you know, he's 25 years old, he allowed his chat to hype him up. And then there's him videoing while he's there, his chat's like video, he's got the thing on the stream, and he's like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna fuck him up. And there's a guy behind him who works for the organization. No, he's got hair like you, actually, right? I think if I'm right. And he's like there waiting, and he's like, I'm gonna tap you on the shoulder, and when it's time for you to go in, you can go in. So that part, everything leading up to that was agreed upon. That Steve knew about it, they all knew about it. It was happening. Knew that he was getting it was all agreed upon. And then once he mounted him and knocked him out, he decided that he was going to start punching a man whilst he's unconscious.
That's
and then like over a can of beer, like, you know.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
And it's ridiculous. Just
But at the same time, I said, I'll never ever condone what he did, and he deserves to be punished for what he did. But it brings a better question to light, which is the level of influence people allow people they've never met to have on them. All these streamers who are like, I'm gonna do this dumb shit.
Well, look at Johnny Somali.
Right,
you know,
Johnny Somali.
He was allowing his chat to dictate to him what to do whilst he was in Japan, whilst he was in Korea.
And I'm like, these people, when you do something stupid and you get in serious trouble for it, all these people are gonna see the most amount of sympathy you're gonna get is a prayer hands emoji. That's the most you're gonna get. And the crazy thing is, the prayer hands emoji actually isn't prayer hands. It's actually a high five emoji. But because looks like people think it's prayer hands.
Okay, I always thought it was prayer hands.
But yeah, that's all they're gonna get is prayers, and it's like thoughts and prayers for the ending of your life, whether it be the physical ending of your life or whether it be the professional ending, the emotional ending, whatever. All you're gonna get is prayer hands, right?
I watched the thing that basically explains like the ending of, because I think me and you were talking about this before, right? Where I said to Joe that I think the downfall of man started with the smartphone.
Oh, definitely.
And the moment the internet stopped being a place that you went to and started being something you were connected to all the time, became a problem, because then now people monetize it. They're monetizing their rights, their time, doing shit like streaming, shit like that. I actually think it goes further back than that. I think, and I watched the thing that talked about it, and I'm like, wow, I totally fucking agree with that, actually. I think it started at 9/11. I'll explain why. Think about it. So, prior to 9/11, the world, the 90s was fucking amazing. The 90s was amazing. The economy was good. People were making money. The internet was just like I said, was a place that you went to. People were using it for commerce. It was safer. Travel was safer. People were nicer. The films, it wasn't all about AI and CG. It was CG sprinkled in. but it wasn't so like everything wasn't the way it is now.
Abrasive. It wasn't so
yeah,
abrasive.
the world wasn't as the communication like people lived in there. Everyone lived in the same cultural zeitgeist, and what I mean by that is we all watched the same TV shows.
Yeah, we all know.
Right?
I knew what we were gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, next week. This.
You know,
week,
we would talk about it in schools or college or at work. And did you watch that show last night? Because there was only like a few channels, right? So there was like Lost, for example. Like even in the early 2000s when that came out, like everyone was watching Lost because we all watched it on Channel 4, right? Or Sky One or wherever the fuck it came on. But the point is that like we all watched the same media. Different cultures were separated. So like Japan was Japan, and what was going on there was very different to what would happen here because the internet wasn't allowing that. Like the freedom that we have with these things, right? Wasn't allowing. Yeah, the world was separated. And we still had like free movement, free thought. We could do everything. Things weren't so expensive, And then 9/11 happened. And think about that. The world changed after that. After 9/11, lines were drawn in the sand. Things became more expensive, and since then, communication, the way you've been watched, the security. The propaganda that you're fed about other people, the brownies, the Muslims, the Chinese, the Russians. Because like you remember in the 90s, like we had just come out of defeating the Russians. In the 80s, right? And now it's a time of prosperity. And we were
whole
living
10 years good of it.
We were living a good. The 90s was a good decade if you think about it, really and truly. Like there wasn't that many wars. It wasn't really that bad. Okay, Falklands and
just the Gulf War.
Falklands as well.
Falklands.
It's the 80s, wasn't it?
Was it? I thought it was late 90s.
No.
The 80s.
Oh, sorry, late 80s, early 90s. Either way, the point is, we'd just come out of that, and then 9/11 happened, and then 9/11 is what changed the world. Changed the world, dude.
It really did change the world. Give that.
Do you remember where you were?
Yes, I was literally at the
I
cinema.
think we talked about this before.
Yeah, I was at college.
I was working at the cinema. I was with my girlfriend at the time, Natalie, and we're at the gate. This guy called, I can't remember his name. He just came. Oh my god, a plane just crashed into the Twin Towers. There's going to be a fucking war, and he went off and laughed. And I was like, what the heck is he talking about? And then
The thing is, when I first heard about it, people still thought it was a fucking accident.
Yeah. In the morning,
accident because obviously like America's like 5 hours behind us, right? Or New York is 5 hours behind us. But I was like, the first time I heard of it, it was just like this horrible accident has happened.
That's what it was displayed as.
Yeah, it was just this horrible accident happened, and then it was a couple hours later that it's like, no, this is not an accident. This is an act of terror. It was intentional, and then it was like, then there was the third one that was like, oh, we hit the Pentagon, and then it was like, and
you don't believe that shit was a fucking work though.
But then that was like like the trickle down information coming out from the States coming to the UK, and it was like, it wasn't until like 7 o'clock in the evening. Well, yeah, like 7, 8 in the evening, where it was like, oh my god, okay, America has been attacked, right? It was like. And it was like, oh, okay, wow, this has happened. And it was just like, it was just a horrible thing because you thought of like life and death. And because I got family who live in New York, so my priority was hearing that they're okay. But then it was like, once I knew that they were okay, then the wider implications of everything that had happened and come into it, and I was like, holy shit.
And the more that day went on, the more of a big deal. Oh, this is a really big deal.
And then just think of the implications it had on the world afterwards, right?
Yeah,
like
travel
how
changed.
our world, travel changed
immediately,
like that, dude.
Yeah,
like think about how internet
you could
became.
go to the gate.
Yeah,
at an airport, you literally say goodbye to somebody at the gate, and they just like hit, click.
Yeah, like those movies where people would
run
to the gate, and they'd be like, "No, I love you." Like that's not happening no more. You ain't getting through security. TSA are gonna fucking crawl up your ass with a microscope if you even try, dude. Like I remember like 2 weeks ago, right, when we filmed last time, and I was telling you guys that I was watching that show, Airplane.
Yeah.
Airline.
Yeah.
Airline.
About EasyJet at Luton Airport, and it's like a time capsule because it's from like 98 to like 2003.
Yeah, smoking
and people like smoking in the airport, and like and they're smoking on planes.
Oh my
and
God,
I was
you're
like,
in the
this is
non-smoking
fucking
section.
crazy.
Remember that
dude.
when planes had a non-smoking section? It would have had a smoking
And they get
section.
out, and like
There's a
one
smoking
dude got
section.
off a plane and just sparked a cigarette on the runway, like because in Luton there's no air bridges.
Yeah.
Well, they have air bridges, but sometimes they don't.
For the most part, you just get off the
You
plane
get off the
and
plane
then
and
you
you
get into
just-
a coach.
yeah.
And then
See
they
what you
drive
mean?
you.
Yeah,
But they wouldn't even do that at that time. You just walked across the runway to the thing, right?
Yeah, I remember
just
that going to
crazy.
Jamaica. That's I went to Jamaica
Yeah.
in '99. We just walked in one way
Same.
in Jamaica.
I went to
walked-
Jamaica in like '98. Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, you just walk to the thing.
Yeah.
You walk
But
up
you
the
know
stairs.
what? I had to say, I ever so slightly believe that there was a thing before 9/11.
Oh, in
Simply-
Chicago.
No.
Okay.
Simply in regards to like streamer culture and social media and this dire need for likes. MTV is the real world.
Oh wow,
I would say that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Because that was the first time we saw real people who weren't famous, who weren't anything, right?
That was
Who
before
wanted
Big
to be-
Brother.
Yeah,
Remember? That was
who
before,
wanted to be
before Big
famous.
Brother.
Yeah, it was. Who they wanted to be famous, and they got into the real world house and they did all of that stuff, and then this need and desire to be famous and to have people focusing their attention on you. I think that's where it really started. That was the genesis of the streaming that we got today. And I mean, it's weird because when you think the two most famous people that came from the real world are the Miz and an actress,
that's
Jamie
right.
Chung.
Oh fucking hell!
Yeah,
Seriously,
so the
Jamie
Miz,
Chung from Hangover 2.
yes,
Yeah, she's in Hangover 2.
she's the wife, the one who's
She plays Chi-Chi in Dragon Ball Evolution. That fucking terrible movie.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah. Her and the Miz are the two most famous people from the real world, and then obviously they've gone on to have these stellar careers that they have. But it was, you had that, and then even when you think you have that, then you have, was Big Brother before 9/11? I think it was.
Yeah, it was 99.
Yeah,
99.
but then you have the Big Brother, and it was like sitting there watching it, and it's like these people who became famous because they were on this show. They didn't have to have talent, and then it was like a light bulb moment to all of planet Earth that you don't have to be talented, you don't have to be an athlete, you don't have to be artistically great, you don't have to be a great actor or singer or have talent. You just exist and be who you are, and enough people will watch it and pay attention to you, and then from that, here we go.
Just look at women. They're the same. Like, dude,
Kim Kardashian.
Not just Kim Kardashian, but like, I go online now, right? I go online. I just go on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And I follow an exorbitant amount of Asian women, on Instagram, right? Like almost like I'm exclusively shared Asian women and trans women, and there's sometimes that kind of interjects.
You disgust me. Go on.
Okay.
But yeah, and there's always these hot like Korean girls, and they're just doing like a half-assed baked TikTok dance, but they got like 1 million followers on TikTok and fucking Instagram. And you're like, this is such low effort, but because they're hot.
Yeah,
I've seen right. There is a woman, and this is
You exist.
There's this woman I've seen, right? She is, I believe she's Somalian, right? Wears a hijab, she wears glasses, and she reacts to things in her car, right?
Okay.
And all I saw, the first ever time I'd seen a video of her, was there are these super, super intensely sour, like, Jolly Ranchers or sweets, right?
Yeah, they're like gumballs.
Yeah, the gumballs, that's it, right? These super, super, super sour ones, and they look like charcoal. And
Never a good sign.
She put one in her mouth and then immediately started freaking out in her car, and she was like literally like
wailing about like
just
she's
like
possessed,
flailing and everything, losing her shit in her car, right? And then people saw that, and if you looked at it, and it was like the video had like I don't know, it might be more, it might be less, but it was like 1.8 million people had seen this video, watched this video, and she had a bunch of videos after that of her reacting to stuff in her car, and it's, this woman is being paid to have a freak out meltdown in her car, and at least 1.8 million people are watching it.
It's low effort content, man.
Low effort, right?
Low effort content. Don't get me wrong. This fucking podcast is full of dick and jokes, dick and bull jokes, yeah. But the point is, it's just low effort content.
But here's the joke of it, right? No.
No. I'm talking about.
We're having a conversation.
We're just talking. This is low effort, kind of, right?
This is low effort. All we're doing is sitting there talking
we have
shit.
a bit of production value because we do some editing to it, and we had other shit. That chick just sat in her car, videotaped herself, and got 1.8 million views for acting like a fucking exactly what she is, which is a low IQ Somalian.
He's out of line, but he's right.
I said it.
But there's the thing, right? Is how many the amount of times I've seen videos of people who like go somewhere, buy food, sit in their car and eat it, right? And they are just like eating it in the most grotesque fashion.
Bro, mukbang.
Mukbang, right? These motherfuckers eat like Kano in Mortal Kombat 1, right?
A treasure of these moments.
Where even Goro was like, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Right? And they eat like that and they're fine and everything's cool. But it's like, people sit there and watch that. And we're going to caveat a little bit, right? I made my niece and nephew, right? I gave them a dare, or I gave them a challenge. And it was, could they live a week, 7 days in 1995? Now, obviously, I do not have a time machine, so there wasn't like I stuck him in the back of the DeLorean and bopped him there.
He says.
Right? But what I
he
did,
says he doesn't have a time machine.
But here's what I did to them, right? So I gave them a list of rules, right? Which was predominantly just like, you have no access to the internet. You have no access to streaming, so no Netflix, no Amazon Prime, Disney, none of that. It's gone. I gave them a bunch of films that they could watch. Right? I gave them
VHS.
No. See, the thing is, I gave them a bunch of films that they could watch, but the films I gave them, it was all DVDs and Blu-rays, right? But the films I gave them were all films that had come out prior to 1995. So it was shit like, I gave them like, I gave them like Sword in the Stone and Aladdin and freaking The Witches, and like my sister added Ghostbusters and Indiana Jones. And it was like they had
good taste.
Yeah, they had a stack of films that they could watch, but they could only watch those films. They couldn't just be like, oh, I'm gonna watch more. And they had to watch TV channels: BBC One, BBC Two, ITV, and Channel 4. No Channel 5 in 1995, so that was gone. They could have that, and that was it.
It was a year later, wasn't it?
Right? I think it was even later than 96, but they could only do with that. And they sat there, and also it was one thing, which was, when I was a kid, in 1995, my dinner was whatever my mum put in front of me.
Yeah.
There was no, oh, I want this for dinner, and I want that. I want pizza and chips. No, it was whatever food was placed in front of you, that's your dinner. And that was one of the things I put in. That's all you could have, is whatever is put in front of you. You can't ask for shit.
So how did this work out?
I did not believe that they would make it to the end. I love my niece and nephew, and I have all faith in them, but I was like, day 4, day 5, you're gonna want to quit, or you're gonna find a way to quit.
Son, you know, once you start, there's no going back.
I know.
This means total commitment. Once you begin the path, there is no leaving the path. Are you sure you're ready for that? I mean, really ready?
I guess so.
My nephew has a snitch. He has a switch.
Oh, okay.
Right? My nephew has a switch. I took the switch away.
Okay.
I left him with my Nintendo. I left him with the SNES.
Okay,
I left
that's
him
fine.
with the SNES,
That's fine.
right?
As long as you replaced it with something.
Yeah, I gave him a SNES Classic because I was like, look, when I was a kid, I had a Mega Drive, so I'm not gonna do you dead.
Yeah.
You have nothing, right? I gave you access to pretty much what I had access to. I had a Mega Drive, so he's got a video game console he can play. I had a plethora of movies because my mom had like recorded stuff on VHS, and I just had access to them. So I was like, I ain't doing you dead.
Piracy in the 90s.
Oh, it's beautiful. Beautiful.
But that's the thing. If it wasn't TV, it's not piracy.
But that's the thing.
I think it's illegal to record it, but whatever.
It's still illegal.
It's illegal to you can record it for your own pleasure, but you can't sell it on. That's the rule.
Okay.
I know.
All right. Well, yeah.
So I did for my own pleasure in the 90s.
But yeah, I had that, and I gave them the challenge. They survived. Admittedly, day 6. No, not day 6. Day 5. So I said about day 4, day 5. Day 5, my niece asked me. She was like, "Oh, can we quit?" She asked if they could quit. Now, to put it down to you, right? I gave them I put a monetary value on this.
Oh, okay.
So I gave them because I've given them this year-long book challenge. They have to read a book a month, and then at the end of the month, I will quiz them on the book they've read.
Okay.
And if they get all the questions right, or if they get at least over half right, I give them £10 a month.
Okay.
So that's fair.
But the way it works is they only get all that money at the end of the year.
Yeah, because if you give a kid £10, what the fuck is a kid going to do with £10?
Right? But getting £120 in the month of December.
Oh, that's gold. It's gold dust.
You know what I'm saying, right? I gave you this. I gave you the 6 golden coins, right? You Mario right now.
It's a win-win for Neil, because either your kid, your niece and nephew, they fail and you ain't got to pay the £120,
right?
Each, right? Per kid,
each per kid,
right? So you're not spending $240, right?
Quick maths.
Or they get the $240 and they've learned an appreciation for reading and
Yeah. And now here the best bit about this was this challenge was I said that if you fail, then you lose that month's money.
Right.
So what happened now was the deal I made with them was this. I said, okay, if you get it right, if you survive, the money you've lost so far, because they ain't made it every month, but I said the money you've lost so far, I will put back into it. So you will be up straight like you did every book. I said, however, if you quit, you lose half the money you got left. So when my niece was like, "Oh, can we quit?" I was like, "You can quit if you want, but you know what happens if you quit." And this is on the phone, and then she's like, "Okay." And then my sister was like, I could hear my sister, and she was like, "So do you want to quit?" And she was like, "Yeah." And then said to my nephew, "Do you want to quit?" And I could hear him in the distance. He went, "No!" Right? And I was just like, "Yeah," because he's older. He know what that money is.
Yeah.
He know what that money is, right? He's like, "I know what I could buy with £120. So he was like, "I'm not quitting." As soon as he said that, my niece was like, "Actually, no, I don't want to quit."
Oh, okay.
Like, cool. You don't want to quit? And they made it to the very end. They made it to the end.
That's impressive. That's
but
really
here's
impressive.
the funny thing. My sister said the takeaways that she got from this whole challenge was when they have no choice and they have to sit down and watch a film from start to finish, they'll do it and they'll get engaged. But right now, because they have so much choice with streaming, they'll watch 10 minutes of something and be like, "I'm bored," and change it to something else. And that's what when we say like kids can't focus. It's not that they can't. It's that we've made the world
the abundance of choice.
Yeah, the abundance of choice. We made it so comfortable for them to just click 2 buttons and you've turned off what you were watching. You started something new. Whereas 95, are you kidding me, right? If I'm not liking a film 10 minutes in, I gotta stop the film, eject the video cassette, get the new video cassette, put the film in, hope it's been rewound. If not, I gotta rewind it, push play. I was like, look, that's 10 minutes to just change over, not 30 seconds. And I was like, So any parents watching this, I advise you, right? Give your kids a year and give them a week in 1995. See how they survive.
Yeah. I mean, Martin McFly did that, and he almost fucked his mum. So
yeah. So yeah, do it without the negative.
The borderline incest.
Yeah, do it without the borderline incest. The negative effects of time.
It's true though. He almost did fuck his mum.
But now, as we're close to closing, I want to ask you a question, right? Similar to what we started with.
Are you a homosexual?
If you had for £100 million, you have to.
That's a lot of money.
You have to pick a horror movie world to live in for a year, 365 days, right? Which world are you picking?
It Follows.
Okay.
I've always thought that monster is so easy to catch if you had enough time. Enough time and prep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Here's what you do. Just on a side note, you could live in that world super easy because all you got to do is capture that monster. And he's always walking.
Yeah.
So all you do is you go to the beach, you dig a big fucking hole, like a really deep fucking hole, and then you put a nice quilt over it.
Sit on the edge of it.
Sit on the edge of it. Let him walk towards you.
Zoom, he falls in, and you're like.
But then that thing. But you also put like a storage container in there.
Yeah, so it can't
so
get
he
out.
falls in the storage container. Shut that fucking thing. Close
Sand on
it.
top.
Bury that shit. And go live your life for the rest of it. Enjoy whatever the fuck.
Well,
That's a great way to do it.
that's-
But if I was gonna live in that,
So
I
you
would.
pick It Follows?
No.
So you pick It Follows. Okay, what would you?
Easiest one to live in.
Me, I'm living in Dawn of the Dead, but the 70s version.
Oh, where they walk.
Where they walk. Because the running one, my cardio is not good. Yeah. So that's the one I'm living in because I'm like, you're in the mall and it's just me and a few people. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I got that. No worries. I think the dumbest downfall of that movie was them deciding that they're going to leave the mall. Like, why would you do that? You have everything you need. What do you do? Just wait them out.
Yeah.
They're zombies. They're eventually going to rot and then you'll be fine.
Yeah,
You could just walk past them.
That's
You know?
fair.
Yeah.
So like, yeah. The only problem is the smell.
Think of the smell. You haven't thought of the smell, you bitch!
But you'll live. You're inside
Listen,
the mall.
you're in a mall. I'll head into Boots. If this was Westfield, I'm in Westfield, and
Yeah.
they're all outside. Like, I'll wait for them to die. I will in Boots. Look for Breeze.
Yes.
Good.
If you let's say for example you are stuck in Westfield, you're fine. And if Westfield's locked down and it's just you, you're absolutely fine.
Yeah, yeah. That's.
You know,
I mean, that place is
you
vast.
think I can't live in here? Listen, I'm looking. I can. During the pandemic, I was in my element. I didn't want to go outside. Fuck those people. I hate going outside. I hate seeing people. I have to go to see people for work, but I don't want to fucking see anybody. It was saying to see you on the way here. I love staying indoors. It's the best. Fuck everyone. Fuck all these. No, I love you guys. But fuck all those people. Yeah, no. So 100 million for me to live a year.
A year.
The Dawn of the Dead.
365 days. So you pick Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
And you pick It Follows.
Yeah.
What about you?
I pick Halloween. Haddonfield. Listen.
He's
you
too
give me-
supernatural.
No.
Yeah.
Regular Michael Myers, right? Halloween
okay.
1 Michael Myers, freaking that Michael Myers from the last 3 films.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Where he
That
just
Michael
shows up
Myers,
next
where
to
he's
the-
just
on the
a
corner.
regular dude. Listen, you give me 365 days, and I know this motherfucker's only turning up at Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Well, you telling me I've got a week, or not even a week, like I've got a business week to be worried about Michael Myers? I will
yeah.
Kevin McAllister the shit out of every place I gotta
Depends
be.
when the year starts for you. Because are we talking
No,
year
no.
365? Because if not, dude, you're starting in October. Like, that's how I'm gonna monkey paw you. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, you start in October, right?
October 30th. Enjoy.
No, because I was gonna say, right, I would start January 1st. If I'm starting on January 1st and I gotta go from January 1st to January 1st, I will Kevin McAllister the shit out of wherever I am, and I will just sit there and wait. And just like in Halloween 2018, when
she's all prepped,
she's prepped the whole house, and then he just turns up. Yeah. Yeah. And I would just be like, as soon as he is done, dusted, crispy as extra crispy fried chicken, dead and gone, I will look to whoever it was and be like,
They're making a Halloween game now. There's a new Halloween game
there's a
coming
Halloween game coming out.
Oh, is it the same principle where you
No, one of you's the killer and the other one.
Yeah,
no.
like
I don't think so. It
Oh,
said
no,
it's
that
like
was-
multiplayer and single player.
That was
no,
Friday
it's
the
a
13th.
single player experience. That's what it
Yeah.
was. So they're doing that. Yeah, because it's the same as that those games. There's other games that are like that. As
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
I
like-
think
Oh,
that's
you mean like
Dead by
Until
Daylight or
Dawn
something?
and-
Oh,
yeah.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dead by
yeah,
Daylight,
yeah.
and they did everything in that.
Yeah,
Dead by Daylight.
but anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up. But I just
Yeah.
want to do one thing here. So last episode we mentioned, and I never got back to it, but we said, you said something about Joe Pesci, like when Joe Pesci getting killed in Goodfellas, and I said
Yeah.
to you, I said I have a story about that relates to that, and I'll get back to it. I'm gonna tell you this quick story. So, as some of you know, I went on holiday recently for a while, and so I went to Egypt, right? And prior to going to Egypt, me and Bloomers were like, definitely not gonna. And we watched the video of somebody like going into a place, and they ended up like like basically being put in a situation where they had to buy something to leave, right? I think they went to a restaurant or whatever. And I was like, how do these fucking people get involved in this problem?
Oh, no. Not you. Not you. Well, I mean, maybe you when you're not by yourself, but not you on your own. No.
I mean,
let me tell you, boys. So we were in Luxor.
Yeah.
And then our tour guide was like, oh, we're going to go to this place where they make, because Egypt's known for its essential oils and stuff like that, right? So he's like, we're going to go so they make essential oils and stuff. I was like, cool. Like, take us there after we finish some food. So we'll go there, and he goes, oh, it's cool, it's nice air conditioned, it's real nice to explain shit to you. So I was like, okay. So we get to the place, and it kind of looks like a storefront. So I look at Bloomers, and I'm like, He's like, yeah, let's go inside. So we walk in, and it's like very much looks like a shisha lounge kind of like nice environment, yeah? And then they go to take us upstairs, all right? And I'm with Bloomers and my kid, and I'm like, because I'm the man, so I'm gonna go first, right? So just in case. And as I'm walking, I'm like, oh, we're going up the stairs, and I turn to Bloomers, and I'm like, this is it. We've just been had. and I honestly, as I'm walking up, I felt exactly like Joe Pesci. when I realized what it was, I was like, oh no!
When he sees the plastic sheet on the ground, he's like,
oh no.
Yeah, and that's what I felt like, and I was like, yeah. But and literally they sat us down. The guy was gonna started doing like a presentation, and then they were like, oh, if you want this herbal essences, it's like this is we're here to tell you about this. And I was just like, I looked at Bloomers and I'm like, they're gonna sell us something, and I was like, here's what we're gonna. And I whispered to her while he was like, let me go get some oils, and I said, look, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna fucking buy some shit and we're gonna leave, okay? And I'm like, because at this point, exit. I was like, I just need to get us out of here, right?
Yeah.
So, but I still haggled, and I got a good deal. But
okay.
So I was like, because he was trying to make us buy all this different stuff, and he was like, we can get somebody to do like a massage on your legs, and you can see. And I was like, I don't want anybody touching me, please. And I was like, if it's gonna be somebody, he was like, we'll get a woman to do it, and then a woman will do your wife, and we'll get a man to do yours. And in my head, I was like, why can't we get that fat Arab like fucking chick with the hijab to do it for me? Yeah, I watch Arabic porn. Let's do that shit. Anyway, so either way. Fucking as if that was gonna happen. But anyway, the point is, I haggled with the guy, and I was just like, look, he was doing the whole presentation. I said, time out. Just get to the payment part, and let's go to. And then we started to negotiate. They wanted a lot of money for what they were asking for, but he was like, oh, we have all these different smells, and I said, I just went, what's what other fragrances do you have? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, have you got Paco Rabanne? And he goes, yes, but we call it Desert Christmas or some shit. And I was just like, yeah, and because they had like all different names. They were like, this is what Pharaoh Ramses used to wear, and I was like, did he wear? And I remember whispering to Bloom, like, did he wear fucking Paco Rabanne? Like, the fuck? And they had like a 1 million and then of Paco Rabanne. I said, yeah, I'll have that. Louise bought one, and then I was like, okay, fucking, we haggled a little bit, and I'm like, let's get this out of here. But fair enough, like I'll talk. And the thing is, I get it. Like you're supporting local businses and stuff, so I don't mind. I didn't mind, but it's just kind of like in that moment, we had just eaten, and it was 45 degrees right on that day, so I was so hot anyway. And I just eaten, and I was just like, oh, okay. And then we still had some more shit to do in the day. Like we were going to go see some other stuff, and we had a personal tour guide. But he took us to this place. I get it. It's an incentive for him to like take people to places and do the thing. It's not a problem. Agenda, I don't mind. But it was just like how I got shivved with it, Yeah. Because it felt like a shivving, like a prison shivving.
Before you got caught.
I didn't catch it. I didn't see it coming because I was so fucking. I was just full. I just had a nice meal, and then I'm getting fucked in the ass with no reach around. And I was like, but it was just like when I turned around to her, and I was like, it's happened. We just got caught. I don't know how it happened. But like, like Wile E. Coyote just couldn't catch the fucking the road runner.
You just ran off the cliff.
Yeah,
and
dude,
you just looked down.
I'm holding the fucking sign saying "ouch." Anyway, that's we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
Episode 34, Delinquent Chronicles. Please subscribe. Please, like it means a lot to us if you guys can do it. Like the episode. write some comments in the section. Anything you guys can do to help us with the algorithm, I really appreciate it. And we love you loads. I've been El.
I've been Nil.
Joe.
And we're out. Peace.
Realize that we are the last generation on Earth that knows what life was like before social media. Back then, moments were just moments. Simple, fleeting, and ours alone. We lived them without worrying about angles or likes. A conversation wasn't about notifications. It was about voices, laughter, and silences that didn't feel awkward. There was something raw about that world, a beauty and its imperfection. If you got lost, you asked a stranger for directions, not a screen. If you wanted connection, you knocked on a friend's door. Instead of sending a quick message, that could be read and ignored. Now, everything feels different. The world is louder, but somehow lonelier. We scroll endlessly, looking for meaning. But do we even notice the things we're passing by? Memories don't feel as real. When you're too busy capturing them to actually live them, I sometimes wonder what we've traded away, and what will be left for the ones who come after us, who will never know that it meant to just be untouched by the weight of this constant digital presence. Do you realize it too? That we're the last ones who knew how to live, before we started performing our lives for everyone else.